Welcome in everybody. This is gonna be the only YouTube ads tutorial you will ever need if you're a realtor and you're planning to put yourself more out there. And if you're whether thinking in YouTube ads, let me tell you, this is by far one of the best strategies right now in 2025. So in this video, I will show you actually the three pillars, which are the most important things that you have to understand before you even allocate money into something. So with this video, you will have a clear understanding of what the strategy is and how you can take advantage of this new way of advertising, because there's a lot of realtors that are not doing, so you can take the competitive advantage from it and make the most out of it basically. So yeah, so let's start with one of the most important parts of all this strategy, and it's pillar number one, and that's why I put it in the first place, because it's by far one of the most important parts. And it's basically the ad, the way you script and the way you record the ad. So to start off the scripting part and how I can explain you this in the best way I can, I actually made a script here for you guys, so you can actually just take a picture of it. You can adapt it to the market you are in, adapt it to the ideal customer you're trying to target. The way I like to structure whenever I craft an ad script for any client is that I divide it through phases. So the first phase is identifying your ideal customer profile, or just in simple words, who is that person that you're trying to reach out, which are the features that your ideal customer has. So for example, I put here people looking to downsize. So you're going to be specific with your ideal avatar that you're trying to reach out. So you're going to list actually the features that they have. So for example, 65 plus age range, median home price, we love working with downsizers, Houston city. So anything that is especially made for them, right? The second part of this is going to be crafting the hook, and this is by far one of the most important part, because this is going to be that thing that just grabs their attention in the beginning. So for example, here, hey, are you looking to downsize your home in Houston? I have the 10 best ways to get the best price for your home when you sell it. So here we are calling out people in Houston. You're also offering them value by saying, I have the 10 best ways to get the best price for your home when you sell it. You're offering value, so people just are kind of okay, he's offering me something, like I will just continue watching this ad. And I put an example here of some things that you can look up when you are making a script. So you're gonna ask your a question, so you can engage viewers by asking any question, as I told you. For example, are you looking to downsize? Are you looking or are you thinking of selling your home in Las Vegas? So you are going to make a question calling out your audience. The second way you can do this is also using a surprising fact. So this is going to be something that just intrigues your prospect. And also you can make a bold statement, which also really good, and it's starting with a strong statement that entices people to keep watching. So you have the example over here. If you don't do this one thing when selling your home in today's market, you could be missing out tens of thousands of dollars. And in this example, you are also triggering one bias of the FOMO bias, which is people don't want to feel that they're missing out something, so they will keep watching, right? Then the second part after you make the hook is you're gonna add the body or the value. So here you're gonna notice something really special, and it's that here we're calling out all the problems that this ideal customer that you first set in the first step is probably going to have. So for example, if you are targeting people who are older than 65 years old, there's people that probably will have these problems. So they will feel that they're having trouble going up and down stairs every single day. They're going to start to feel that their home, their current home, is too big for their needs, and they are not able to manage it anymore. So you are calling out these problems, so they will feel like identify, like, oh, that's me. Like, I feel this house is too big right now for me. Like, we're just two, we're not six anymore. So after that, you make them feel understood. So you said something like, that may be a sign that it's time for you to get a new home, like a smaller home that better fits your lifestyle. You want to talk from your heart, like, I really care for you. Like, this is important for me. I understand your struggles. I am here to help you. So I want to find something that it's better for you. So if you want our full guide on 10 simple steps to downsize as smoothly as possible and get as much money for your home, then click the blue button to claim our free downsizing fast track guide. And also you want to make you will have to make them to have like a desire to claim this guide, because otherwise they wouldn't care. So you will say something like this: In the guide, you will learn what to do with all your extra stuff and how to make money from it. This is completely free and something most people don't talk about. And you, by only saying that most people don't talk about this, they're gonna perceive this something super valuable. They're probably gonna be like more with more intent to going through the guide. So after that, you will be saying something like, and most homeowners who use this strategy are downsizing homes in 25 days on average. So you're just gonna put some numbers here, like something that you already have seen into other clients you work with, or just some numbers. So you're gonna put something like a case study here. So they are getting this and this typically, and after that, you're gonna have like a really brief introduction of who are you and why they should even care about listening to you, because you just appear on a screen but they don't know you. So you're gonna say like, hey, my name is Giuliana. I am with XP Realtor, and I have helped over 47 or 27 owners in Houston area sell their home for over asking price and find their next modern home. So this is really like a recommendation I make you, and just insert a testimonial or a case study you have, like something really great you did from your past client. So you're gonna say something like, take Jenny for example. I met Jenny just over a month ago, and his home was getting too big for his needs, and he wanted to find like a smaller home but didn't know what to do. And then you just basically talk about how you help Jenny overcome that thing. So the last step is going to be how you make the close. So we'll just say something like, if you want to see what Jenny did along with other 27 people in Houston, so here you're pointing that you have social proof that you have helped other people, like 27 more. You're not the first one, so just clarifying that. Then you will want our 10-step downsizing fast track, reminding them about the guy, what they will see there. And not only that, you will overpromise there, and then you're gonna make something so they can qualify, you can qualify them in a way. So you will say something like, so if you're serious about downsizing your home in Houston but don't know where to begin, this is the next step. You will also show them what are like clearly the next steps they have to do in order to get your guide and start working with you. And when you tell them something like, after this, you're gonna hop into a landing page where you will see this, and like you actually put B-rolls of that landing page, this will increase the likelihood they trust in you, because they just see what you're telling them. Like, this is gonna happen next. And if that happens next, then you're just gonna be like more trustworthy. So you're gonna say just something like, click the video, go to the next page, and just put in B-rolls of the landing page. Enter your name, phone number. You'll get instant access to our brand new guide for free. And then you're just gonna add some type of scarcity, and you're gonna make this like, of course, something that seems real, because it's not like the fake scarcity of, this is the last chance you will have this, and then you just see the ad again. So you're gonna make something like kind of they can believe in. So you're gonna say something like, this offer won't be available forever because the Houston market is always changing, and something like that. So if you're serious, act now and get instant access to our free downsizing fast track guide today. So that's kind of how is the script. But after this, you want to record yourself as professional as you can. So just wear professional clothes, also professional background. Just don't do it like in the back of your kitchen. And also try to use like a professional camera if it's possible. If not, the iPhone works. But if you can't afford to have like a professional camera, just do it with your iPhone, and that should be fine. The next pillar we're gonna cover, it's the number 2, which is the strategy. And here you will see the importance of niching down. So we already talked about the ideal client profile. And it's basically talking to everybody, it's talking to nobody. You want to make your audience feel that you understand their biggest desires and their biggest struggles. So how would you do this? You're going to craft a lead magnet, which basically means that you're going to provide value, that will position yourself as the expert, that will build trust, and that will trigger a psychological trait of giving back to you. So there's like a bias that people just see that you're all giving them like so much value for free, and they will feel like, I need to give back, right? And the lead magnet is basically just choosing a problem that your ideal customer faces. So, for example, as we said before, like the 65-year-old man can have the problem of doing this. So you craft a lead magnet just solving that specific problem, and you want to make like a complete solution. This is the part like most people don't understand. You don't want to make just like a little part of the solution. You want to make like a complete solution for your ideal customers. In that way, you solve like one of their biggest problems for free, and they wonder like, okay, if that realtor did that for me for free, what can he do if I just like really start working with them? So basically, the lead magnet doesn't have to be mediocre, and the ultimately goal of the lead magnet is like give so much value that they feel stupid if they do not work with you. And here's a pro tip: you can add an incredible case study or testimonial into your lead magnet so they can have, as I said, social proof. And you always want to have a clear call to action. So for example, click here to book a free consultation call with me. And talking about a strategy, we don't have to forget one of the most important part, which is actually how do you target that people that you're trying to reach out. So this is the part where YouTube just performs the best because you can target with as much detail as you can. This is not possible with Facebook ads. You have with because of the housing category you have to put, you are limited to just having like a specific city and not a specific neighborhood. So in YouTube, you can target people who are searching something in the Google bar, and you can also target specific neighborhoods, and you can exclude a specific neighborhoods. So it's really important because if a possible lead search something like, how can I purchase a home as soon as possible in Houston? So that information will go to the memory of Google, and because Google owns YouTube, then that information will also be on YouTube, right? So in this way, you can target like the most qualified individuals that are actually interested and they search on the Google bar. So you will also get some examples of keywords to target. So if you're running YouTube, you can search for sell my home fast, how to sell a house by owner, home value estimator, and these different examples, right? So what I recommend you personally is that you have to invest like ideally $40 per day, and this like in order to get good results. If you don't want to have like a, maybe you have like a good ad but it's not with the required budget in order to show to more people, so you want to have like 40 ideally. But if that's too much, then you can start with $20 daily, but no less than that. Like that's the minimum thing you should do on YouTube, because otherwise it won't have sense if you even make it. And the second part of this is actually making a landing page, which is basically a page where the lead lands. That's basically everything. So in this page, you're gonna give them the promised values. You want to include a call to action to book an appointment, and if they don't book an appointment, they enter to a nurturing sequence so you can remain top of mind. So I will show you an example of a landing page in a moment. And you can also on YouTube do retargeting, which is target again to people that already watch your ads. Or you can target people that already watch 25% of your video, which is a really long time. And don't sell them, just give them value. So those people are already like, they know who you are. You won't sell them again. You will just give them value. So it can be like you're walking on the neighborhood and just telling them like, look, like this is why your home is more expensive now because this new store open here, or we'll have like a construction of a mall here. So it can be as cheap as just reaching like, in order to reach 1,000 people, you just have to invest like $1. So that's really cheap. And finally, the call book that will lead you to the listing appointment. So that's kind of how the strategy is in the strategy part: lead magnet, targeting to the specific audience, giving them value, and then they arrive to the landing page. You can retarget those people, and then they can book a call with you or a free consultation. So that will mean that you have a listing appointment and someone that is really interested in to continue with the process of buying or selling a home. And the third pillar is the back end. So everything that is related to the systems, basically. So this is gonna be really brief, but it's basically how you nurture them. So this is the lead magnets. You are gonna have immediate contact because it's really important. Like within the first 5 minutes they opt in, they are more likely to actually work with you. If you just answer as soon as possible, it's gonna be the best thing you can do. And then having automations, which is something doesn't require that you have to be like there just doing the work. So it's something automatic, and this can be reminders for the call they had or for the listing appointment they have. also follow-ups, and confirmation. So that's basically the three pillars you gotta understand in order to launch your first YouTube ad. If you want to see like a tutorial of how to actually set up all the campaigns, I will be making that video soon. So if you got any value out of this, you can just send this to a realtor friend you also have. And also, if you did enjoy it, you can subscribe and hit the like button. So yeah, thank you for spending time with me learning this strategy on YouTube. If you have any questions, you can comment down below. I will be happy to help. And yeah, hope you have a great day. Bye bye.